Hey everybody, it's Pax. Welcome back to the next match in the Reboot Preconstructed tournament. I believe it's the final match, match 4. And today we're going to go ahead and play Andy Sucker because earlier in the league, Abram had mentioned no one played her yet, and so I thought she sounded a bit more fun than Ken and Aggro Gabe. And we're going to play The World Is Yours Psychographics. Now, Andy Sucker, pressure with Desperado and Data Sucker, slow the corp with immense central pressure, and finish them off with RDI and legwork. It sounds like very normal Andromeda. The World Is Yours Psycho. Use breaking news and C-Source with Big Brother to tag up the runner. Then Psycho Market Research for the win. So that's going to be an interesting deck. Let's take a look at what Andromeda's at. I don't remember if she had a link before, but she has 0 here. Siphon costs 2. That's an interesting one. All of the rest of these appear to be the same. Desperado no longer provides a memory. Dice Memship provides a memory and a link. 2 RDIs. Grifter is a 1 to install. If your turn ends and you made a successful run, gain a resource. Mr. Lee is 1 to play. And you look at the top 2 cards of your stack, add 1 to the bottom, draw a card. Fine. Security testing. Same old security testing. Atman, Corroder, Fairy, Femme Fatale, Mimic, Passport, seems to be the same. Yogs cost 6, and 2 Data Suckers. So pretty normal Andromeda. A couple of cost things, but it's mostly the same deck. The Desperado change is probably the most significant, and then the account siphon after that. So it is powered down for sure. And for The World Is Yours, I think we saw this before, AstroScript Pilot Program. It's placed an advancement token on a card that can be advanced that was not installed this turn. And so it's nowhere near as absolutely nuts. Breaking news, when you score, give the runner 1 tag. When the turn in which you scored breaking news ends, they lose a tag. Market research, here's the big one, I think. If the runner is tagged when you score market research, place an agenda counter on it. Market research is worth 2 additional agenda points. Well, it has an agenda counter on it. So these are forward pointers if you can get a psychographics going. And Too Good to Be True is a 3-1 still, and it gives them 2 tags when they access it. Jackson Howard, I think we've seen he costs 1 less to trash. Big Brother, only play if the runner is tagged, give them 4 tags. That's a, was that double? It's really good. Blue level clearance seems to give an additional credit. Closed accounts, same old, same old. Green level clearance gives an additional card. I think we've seen that before. C-Source, I think that costed 2 to play before, right? And then our wraparound, our Enigma, and our Roto Turret. Which might have been Strength 0 before. I actually don't remember. It's been a long time since I've played a Roto Turret. Anyway, so that's the deck. Let's take a look at how those fare, and let's hop into the games. Alright, looks like we're doing running first. We're doing Andromeda. And that is not a good omen. Okay, so Whaling Consortium, the transaction guy. Which one's that? Is that Building a Better World? Oh my god, how do I not know this? This looks remotely playable. Pop down a security testing, play a dirty laundry. Actually don't know if this is good or not. I kind of feel like it might not be. It's been a very long time since I've played Andromeda. He took a mulligan. I think I'll mulligan to see if I can get an account siphon. Well, sure didn't. Start the game. Okay. I guess I will. This is a big bummer, isn't it? Oh dear. I don't know that I know how to deal with this. Maybe I should have taken that first one with all the special orders. Okay. Just get some money. Access the server. How stupid would that be? I'm tempted to like inside job HQ and then run R&D and see if he reses, and if he does, emergency shutdown. But that might be really dumb. And then I'd need to discard something. Do I play the Grifter and just get $1? I have a feeling he'll just ice archives. I should take a look at what ice this has. Firewall, Hadrian's Wall, Ice Wall, Toll Booth, Caduceus, Fenris, Grim. Fenris might be nasty. And Shadow. So it's mostly not that spiky, so it's not a big deal for me to run into something I don't like. So let's run HQ to try and force a res. Okay, no res. Access server. Restructure. And you know what we'll do? We'll just plop down that Grifter and get $1, and we'll plop down Mr. Lee for $1. And God, what do I get rid of here? Excuse me. How many security testings do I have? I have 3. Hopefully I can find another one soon. Just tons of money. Absolutely fuckloads of money. Alright, let's draw. Draw a card to the bottom of the stack. Aw, don't do me like this. Pop that into play. Run the archives. Access the server. Just try it again. C-Source. I should have double-checked this stuff. So C-Source, Scorch. Oh, there is a Scorch threat. Yeah. Hostile takeover out of hand. Makes sense. I need a lot more money than this to be very safe. A Corroder gets me through, but this gets me into a position where I can actually do stuff. Let's toss the inside job away. We'll play that sure gamble. And we'll run archives again for $2 more. Desperado and then Grifter, right? Discard down to 5. Ah, dear. He's not resin ice on me here. I don't have any way to get any of this stuff back, do I? No, I don't. So it has to be something I'm not too upset about losing. How many inside job, legwork? I have 2 of each. One of these is on the bottom. Sorry, one of this is on the bottom. Oh, dear. Yeah, let's get rid of the emergency shutdown. Green level. Install Jackson double draw. Okay. Excuse me. Apologies, I've got a absolutely brutal head cold from Christmas break here. Now, he doesn't have anything that, like, he doesn't have anything that's going to hit me in the archives. So let's just run the archives to get the run out of the way. He pops him. It's still 2 credits for us, so that's kind of nice. And then we'll hit Mr. Lee up. We'll bottom the that. And I think I'm going to spend 2 to make him res this, just so I know what it is. Maybe I pop down the R&D interface and then run R&D. See if I can't tease something else out. Okay. Enigma. Post a bounty. I'll steal that. Oh dear. Do I have a Plascrete? I don't. So I need to be really cautious of this going very badly. Double. Okay. I think he's just trying to get... Okay, he's protecting R&D. Excuse me. I'm probably trying to get that kill threat, like, fully guaranteed. I'd love to be able to land some siphons, but I just have no confidence that I'm going to be able to. Okay. My question is like, could I use the legwork to try and tease out a res? He's drawn a lot of cards, and he did shuffle 2 away. But he hasn't dug that much more with this guy. So maybe we'll just click the Mr. Lee. We'll put the Yogg on the bottom because we've got the special order now. We'll run the archives. Get a little more money. Yeah, okay. Fine. And then we'll run R&D. If I run R&D, he's probably just going to end the run on me, but the Grim would be really nasty. And so I think I'm going to just pop the legwork on HQ and just try to force a res. Okay, it's the Archer. Gains 2, trashes 2 programs, and there's a run. Okay, continue to do counter, little subs fire. Now what do I have to get rid of that, is the question. All I can really do is inside job past it. I'm just going to gain a credit. Super reasonable thing to put on HQ. And that's very, very defended now. And now he's making a scoring run. Okay. Now I do have the inside job. I have that ready. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, makes sense. Oh dear. Okay. It's Mr. Lee. We will bottom the security testing. We'll install the data sucker. We'll run the archives. Access. Get a credit. Excuse me. Oh, he does have the Cyberdex. Okay. So that's not going to be free forever. How many other program trashers does he have, and how much do they cost? He has a Grim. It only costs 4 to go and trash that guy I just installed. But he would take a bad publicity to do so. I think I'm going to run the R&D. Oh, God. I really don't want to just die stupidly to Scorch. Firewall. Okay. Subs fire and the run. He's got to pop something on archives soon, right? What is his upgrade? It's his Cyberdex. Really? You put the Cyberdex on HQ? Okay. It's Mr. Lee. Pop Mr. Lee on the bottom. Pop that on archives. Access server. Let's use Mr. Lee one more time. We'll bottom the admin, and we'll just play the fairy. So we're a little bit safer. And now he knows that I can get in here so long as I can get past whatever this is. I know he's drawn an Enigma. There we go. So this Grifter's probably going away soon. And this is probably just going to be unend the run, right? It's going to be something that ends the run. But I feel like I should see what it is just immediately. Maybe it's Shadow. Caduceus. Okay. Okay, so continue to counter. That also has fire. So he rezzed it for 3, and I can pay 3. 1 would come from my BP, and that would make him not also gain 3. So I'd be spending 2 to make him not gain 3 back. But I feel like his money's coming easier to him than it is to me, so I'll let that go. And I'll spend 1. I'll spend 2, right? Because 1's free, 1 gets me the money, and then I get 1 back from Desperado, and then 1 at the end of the turn for the Grifter. So I'll pay for that. Pass and continue. Access. Okay, so do I like special order a corroder and run R&D? Maybe. I think HQ is pretty loaded up. I need to know what this is. I've seen an Enigma. There is a Hadrian's. Called Mr. Lee once. Bottom the ferry. Play the sure gamble. Gain a credit. I think next turn I'm really tempted to go ahead and like fem this and just siphon him once. I don't know. Maybe that's not good. He's got so much money. That kill threat is nasty. So what does this say? Defend centrals with chief sentries and then score out under the threat of Scorch. Finish the game with Trickle Light or Hostile Takeover. Okay. He's advancing the firewall to make that more costly. And he's got so much money, but that's not a big deal, right? He's probably worried the most then. So is that kind of a signal to me that he's the most worried about... this grifter is just going to go away, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, is that a signal that he's the most worried about me hammering R&D with losing on R&D accesses with a corroder? I kind of feel like it is. I do have a second corroder. Let's see if I can get it. We'll bottom the Desperado. We'll do this for corroder. We'll play the corroder. I think we'll run R&D. I think we'll just do that. Counter ice. I'll just boom, boom, boom. Match to break. Continue to encounter. It's a Grim. Match and fully break Grim. Access server. Hadrian's Wall. Fenris. Okay, well. Ice. Okay. He did do a draw, so that is new cards on the server, but I will need to fem this if I were to do that. So my question, I guess, is, do I try to like R&D lock him out with this? That's not an R&D lock. That doesn't work, right? That's not a lock. I was wondering if I like fem this to get through it but for one and then just pay for the firewall, but that is like crazy expensive to just get 3 more accesses. It's Mr. Lee again. Oh dear. Okay. So I'll have an inside job for this when it goes. I don't think I know what to do at this point. So he's 5 strength, he's 6 strength. I could get the admin and install it and run, and then Data Sucker can get and install it at 5, and Data Sucker can get through here for 2. Is that the play? God, I don't know. That is awful. That's just horrendous. I'd be putting myself at such low money to do that it just seems silly to me. But it would put me in a position where I might be able to legwork this later. It's just that this being an unknown means that I need to then go like play a fem on this. And that's awful. How much does an admin even cost to get that high? 1, 3 to play it. Is it 3 to play? 4 to play it, and then 5 encounter. So it's like 10 just to play it. Right, I forgot that does that. Fuck. I just beggared myself for nothing. Okay, so Grifter's gone. Oaktown Reno. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop this for a code busting inside job of the server and hope that I've happened to, okay, continue encounter, and a Fenris. It's a brain damage and an end the run. Continue counter, little subs fire. What did I lose? RMT interface. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks. I'll probably have to Mr. Lee again and then play that. Okay. To probably shove something else out. I'd be surprised if there weren't more coming. If this is full of agendas, that seems crazy to me. Okay, so I've pretty well fucked myself big time because this CVS now makes it so that I can't just get a token for this firewall. So I need to spend like a lot on Corroder and then one here to get through that. I can't get through this because I fucked myself in the data sucker. How much am I spending? It's 5, 6. 5, 6, and that just gets me a data sucker token. And then what is this for me to siphon, right? That seems awful. I'm going to do Mr. Lee, bottom that, and then just do some code busting. I'm wondering if I can code bust enough. If I can code bust enough to get that run in and maybe like fam siphon. What's he got? A posted bounty for a token or an atlas? Could be an atlas for two more things. Okay, so how, if I want to do this, how do I do this? It costs me 6 to get in here, 2 to siphon afterwards, and 9 to play the fem. And then also I need to pay 4 more and plus whatever that is to bypass. So I'd need to I need a whole other turn. I just need a ton of money to be able to pull that off. And that's not even going to get me in a position where he's broke. It's just going to get me in a position where I've damaged this a little bit. So I wonder if I need to just ping this a couple times and run that so I have a token. Oh, there's the Scorch. Okay. So did I just lose? Might have. I don't actually remember what the money differential needs to be. But he's probably scoring an Atlas to get another Scorch. So he can see Scorch me. Yeah. I think that's game. Zero link. Yeah. I get a tag, and then he Scorch. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do there, but that was a pretty close one. I liked that game. It was a good one. 4 points. I think I might have misplayed this a little bit bad. But a bunch of really good draws in a row. Yeah, I think I took a bad mulligan, to be honest. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, we're back. We're doing The World Is Yours. Hope Hopefully I can identify a better opening hand. I do think that that last one might have been a hand thing. Looking back on it, and I'm probably going to be kicking myself when I go to edit this. I think that opening hand was actually like just fine. Ah, Valencia. Okay. This seems okay. It seems fine. I don't know if this is actually fine, but it seems fine. I wonder if I should have mulliganed for some money. There's so much money in this, and let's open up that Valencia. Build up to an Anarch late game that runs medium super efficiently. Try to slow the corp until you can get there. Well, fair enough. Inject. I've had worse as dirty laundries. This looks like the kind of normal ass thing that she used to do. Vigil costs 1 to play. Interesting. Earthrise is the same. Liberated is the same. Street Peddler is the same. Yeah, this looks like a very normal Val deck. I guess Val is fair. Is the lesson to be learned. What's she got for breakers? 3 corroders, 2 mimics, 3 mimics, 2 yogs. So if she gets a fractor out at all, then HQ is porous. So I may as well make HQ a little more taxing. No, I want R&D to be a little more taxing. So we'll go like HQ, R&D, and gain a credit. It should have been a draw. Trying to think because of I'm the world is yours. Maximum hand size is increased by 3. Wow. So I forgot to mention that part where my maximum hand size is actually 8, not 6. And so, yeah, that should have been a draw, because the sooner I see my green levels and my blue levels, the sooner I can keep a nice big maximum hand size and see more economy. And he is going all in on big bucks. Let's play the green level. Oh, come on. You don't have to do this to me. I don't have any traps, do I? I have... right? Let's play a Jackson. No, I'm going to do that next turn. Let's just credit. I'll play the Jackson and then two big double draws. And then I can get rid of some of these, bury some of these behind this roto turret. Now he knows, the thing is, Abram built all these decks. He knows the threat, right? The threat, there's no surprise here by any means. He knows that it's like C-Source Big Brother into Psycho marketing research. Like, he designed this. So, ooh, big money. Look at that. Market research. There it is. So let's pop this into play. Let's not get flooded. We'll res him. We'll draw 2. How many cards do we have in end? 8? Yeah, let's get rid of a couple of these. Holy shit! Okay. What do we want to do here? Too Good to Be True is really nice to have in hand, because if he ever hits HQ, then it's just suddenly, there it is. I think I need a market research to go away, and I think I need an Astroscript to go away. And he's going to get a bunch of free draw now because of Vigil, of course. But it is what it is. I think I'll pop this once. I'll play... Where's my hand at? 11. I'll play the Sweeps Week. I can only bury one more agenda, so I don't think I want to keep going on that. I think I'm just going to pop... Ooh, this is tricky. The question is, like, do I want to try and pop a breaking news out? Or is that silly? I guess I could put an Enigma in front of the Jackson, and that way, like, he has to play a Yogg to come grab a one-pointer or something like that. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that. I'll just do that. That seems fine. And let's get rid of another market research, maybe. Because those seem like the ones that I really don't want him to get, like, at all. That's fine. I guess, do we res the Enigma on that, or do we let him trash this? I don't think... Does making him lose 1 click for $3 worth it? I feel like maybe the answer is maybe. But he could just play the Yogg. And if he plays the Yogg, it's not a big deal. And it's like $6 now. $3 for $6. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Yep. Continue to pass ice, and then I'll pop this. That makes sense because if there was a too good to be true in there, I could stick him with 2 tags. And so he has to run the Jackson, not the too good to be true, right? It just makes sense. And I think he's going to know that he needs to run this first click if he wants to run it at all. Because he needs to get rid of those 2 tags from the too good to be true, otherwise my big brothers are suddenly ridiculous, right? There's no C-source play for me here. I wonder if I can sneak a breaking news Big Brother play in. And just like click that, take 2 credits. Or maybe I could sneak it too good to be true in 2 credits. I don't mind feeding him a point to slow him down, I think. I could make him think it's the breaking news by advancing it once. I don't know. That's tricky. I feel like this is not giving me a whole lot to work with. I like having the too good to be true in hand. I'm just going to go ahead and install that in server 1 and then take 2 credits. And hopefully he'll think that's a too good to be true or another Jackson. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I guess if it was a Jackson, I'd just use it. But, yeah. This is not good. I am not getting much out of this deck right now. Now he needs to have the Mimic, and he probably has the Mimic. Yeah, there it is. Well, I think that maybe I've just been getting not super useful draws here. Yeah, I kind of have to res that, don't I? Do you have a corroder in there? David. Continue pass. No further actions. Astroscript. Getting picked apart here. Pass ice. No further actions. Most accounts. Craziness. Craziness. Oh, man. Get nothing from this deck. May as well raise the Rototurret. Auto pass priority for a while. And I'm about to lose. Oh, okay. Well, let's slow him down a little. Excuse me. Ooh, can I get 2 C sources off and a big brother? I don't have any money to follow it up with the psychographics, but I might be able to land a big tag on him. So these cost... No, I don't think I can actually do that, can I? I could just drain all of his money, but I mean, he can get through the rototurret pretty quickly with his Armitage code busting. I think that this is not a thing, is it? So for 2, I would have 9 left to spend. And I could only spend 7 of it, and then I'd have another 2. So yeah, he'd have tons of money. I guess we do a draw. We'll put that onto R&D, and then take a credit, and then we'll have to get rid of one of these big brothers for sure. It would have been nice to get any of this economy out of my deck, these blue levels and green levels. Only seeing one of them and no hedge funds. No hedge funds? No hedge funds. Yeah, Parasite was on there. That's fine. Continue to pass. No further actions. I'll have to, yeah, fair enough. No money. Alright, well, that's game. I hope you enjoy the league. I'll be back for some preamble in a moment. Alright, so what did you think? The format. It's pretty good, right? Like, it's alright. It reminds me of when I started playing Netrunner, and it was new and interesting. And it's all the cards that I wanted to use that were new and interesting, but sucked, but brought to like a cooler level. And the stuff that was nuts brought down to like a manageable level. I mean, this Andromeda deck is like basically the same deck. It's just that the cost of it is messed around with. And that's it, right? Like, that's it. And you know what? It was kind of a bad matchup for Andromeda. She's probably a lot better at someone who had less ice, like, say, The World Is Yours. You know, this wouldn't have been able to ice against her. So I just happened to get a bit of a rough go on this, and I think my mulligan was pretty bad. But overall, like, all the decks that I played felt pretty good, you know, Adam notwithstanding, and The World Is Yours notwithstanding, because I didn't get any of the economy out of it. But those games happen. But, like, there's all this goofy stuff that you can try. I had this deck a long time ago called Grail Sun, where you just shove all this shitty Grail ice into it, and it's like, yeah, this is dog shit, but you get to bounce it around, and once you've got all 3 of them, it's like, all right, now they need to have all 3 breakers, and if they don't, and they face check something, they're fucked. And I really enjoyed it. And you can bounce them around and put them where you want. You can put which one you want out where you want and bounce it back. Once they play barrier, it's like, all right, return the Gala to land, play your Lancelot. Excuse me. And it's reasonable. Like, I played this a bunch, and it was actually a lot of fun. You know, dumb Overmind decks. Overmind costs 2 now. I got like Boxy, where you're like, this is just some shitty old deck I played forever ago that I was like, oh, I'm just gonna toss this in here and see if it works. And a lot of his stuff is like fine, right? So, I would highly recommend checking it out. Rateki.fun. Bring a friend. Go check out that website that I had linked in the description showing the pre-constructed decks. Load them up and mess around with them. It's a lot of fun. Anyways, thanks very much for watching this match. I think this is the end of the league. I'm fairly certain this is the end of this league. I know another league is going to happen, but I don't know when it will happen. And these videos are coming up, you know, when am I recording this? January 4th. This is probably not going to be up until near the end of January. So the next league might already be active. I'll post it in the comments, or I'll post it in the description when I know better. So anyways, cheers. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.